In this video, we'll talk about Jupiter and Sagittarius and what it means through each of the houses. But before we get into this video, I wanted to mention that I am doing natal chart readings at this time, and I don't know how long I will continue doing them, but at the moment of this video being released, I am taking requests. And so if you enjoy my videos, you will likely also enjoy my readings, which are a comprehensive overview of your chart. I talk about your personality, the way that you're perceived by others, your talents, and then your career and financial astrology, as well as your North Node placement, which is your life purpose. And all of that is done in a video format similar to this one, except with your chart on the screen and me going through your chart. That's all I wanted to mention before we get started. And also, I wanted to mention to leave a like if you enjoyed this video and subscribe to this channel to see more content as well if you enjoy. Now let's get into the placement of today. So Jupiter in Sagittarius will show knowledgeability in a certain area of life, depending on the house that it's in, as well as it will show good fortune from risks, because Sagittarius is about risk and is about luck. So these people tend to be quite lucky individuals. They all have strokes of luck, especially regarding the house that Sagittarius rules and that Jupiter is in. Also, Jupiter in Sagittarius will show travel and culturedness. So somebody that has been a lot of different places or interacted with many different types of people. And it really shows a raw, unfiltered energy of abundance. For a man or woman, regardless of gender, it will also show having father, husband, or teacher-like qualities, because Jupiter is wise and it represents the father or the guru. So regardless of gender, these will be quite wise people, and they'll have like guide-like tendencies. They'll be able to counsel others or teach others. Wisdom especially revolves the house that Jupiter is in. Generally speaking, people will look up to or listen to or learn from the individuals that have Jupiter and Sagittarius in their natal chart, especially when they choose to speak or to teach others. Jupiter also expands things wherever it is in the chart. So in Sagittarius, it can show increased experience, knowledge, or abundance in the house that it's in. And it can also show a lot of convictions regarding the house that Jupiter is in. So these can be strongly convinced people with that can be strongly opinionated. So a few celebrities with this placement are rapper Future, K-pop star V, Hillary Clinton, Cameron Diaz, Amy Winehouse, Kendall Jenner, Vincent Van Gogh, Mila Kunis, Marlon Brando, Gigi Hadid. And by the way, Kendall Jenner has several Sagittarius placements. So she's a strong example of Sagittarius tendency people. But next we have Jared Leto, Ben Affleck, Megan Thee Stallion, Winona Ryder, Charles III, Snoop Dogg, Dua Lipa, Woody Allen, Jada Pinkett Smith, and Simon Cowell. So now let's talk about what this placement means through each of the houses. So having Jupiter in Sagittarius in the first house shows that you are an abundant, optimistic, and humorous individual. The first house is about appearance. So your appearance or physique may be quite large, or, it could just be about your presence in general. So either something about the physique or the appearance will be large, like maybe their height or their size, their weight, or it's about their aura. So there can be some very skinny people that still have this placement. Second house. This placement shows somebody that's knowledgeable about money and business. They're usually wise when it comes to resources and when it comes to spending, and they always have advice or tips towards others of how to get money. And they will usually attract an abundance of money or have like a stroke of luck financially, sometimes even several times throughout their life. And these people know how to get money. And they have a very detached and carefree relationship towards money, and it really comes and flows organically for them. Third house. This shows that you are a knowledgeable person, and your possession of information causes you to talk, or it gives you a lot of things to talk about. And primarily, you like to communicate your convictions. So these people like to talk about, politics, truth and justice, and morality and right from wrong. They also like to discuss knowledge. And generally speaking, this placement will show that your words are inspiration or a form of guidance towards others. So even when you just speak about yourself or your own experiences, like people tend to like listen and be entertained by what you're saying, and they tend to learn like lessons from what you say, even when you're not even trying. So next we have the fourth house. This placement of Jupiter in Sagittarius shows that you could have an expansive family. Also, your home will be quite large, and or it could have like a lot of cultural items and influences to it. So there could be like a lot of different cultures kind of incorporated within to the decoration and the furniture and stuff. Generally speaking, you will also have an expansive family history that is overflowing with culture. And you have a strong belief in tradition and in history. The fourth house is about the past and is about roots. So Jupiter gives deep roots when it's in the fourth house, especially in Sagittarius. Fifth house. This placement of Jupiter in Sagittarius shows that you have a large aura or presence, because the fifth house is about our character. And you're also somebody that likes to attract attention towards your opinions, because Jupiter is about beliefs, and Sagittarius is also about beliefs and convictions. So this energy becomes expanded. And the fifth house is all about receiving validation or being seen for something. So you like for others to hear your opinions, and you like to be an advocate or like an example, sometimes even like a teacher for others. You are knowledgeable about the entertainment industry, sports, or dating, and also you're knowledgeable when it comes to children, and maybe you're just naturally good with children, but you could also teach children. You could become a teacher of children for sure when you have this placement. Sixth house. This shows you possess an abundance of technical knowledge or knowledge about facts and statistics and science. Also, the sixth house represents health and lifestyle. So you could have a lot of knowledge about health and about the ideal lifestyle and how to optimize one's habits and productivity. Also, since the sixth house represents our work life, you have much experience in the workplace and in working in different industries, or you will have this at some point, especially over time. So you can teach people about different jobs and stuff, and like you've been there and done that, like you've done it. And so you I guess you're just more wise or more knowledgeable than the average person about the workplace and about different fields. And that's something that you might notice within conversation. Seventh house. This placement of Jupiter shows that you will possess an abundance of relationships, and you are experienced in relationships and know a variety of people, because Jupiter is about experience and is about cultures, and Sagittarius is about variety and it's about cultures as well. And so having the ruler of Sagittarius in the seventh house will just expand the amount of different types of people that you know. And you could be friends with people from all walks of life, and you are cultured based on the people you know and regularly interact with. Eighth house, Jupiter placement in Sagittarius. This shows that you are knowledgeable and experienced around sexuality, the occult, topics of death and transformation, and anything deep or existential related. You may also be experienced in the dark side of life. And, you may have gone through unfavorable circumstances or scenarios that were full of like pressure and challenges, but these scenarios gave you wisdom, and perhaps you've also been through a fair share of transformational moments, um, sometimes through the form of like existential crises or like endings, things coming to an end, maybe like relationships, divorces. It can also be the ending of a living situation, conflicts and collapses. But they ultimately became your greatest blessings. And in fact, you came out of them like supremely lucky or like supremely more abundant in some way. So Jupiter really makes you abundant from such experiences because it's here in the 8th house, which is a malefic house. Next, we have the 9th house. And so if you have this placement of Jupiter in Sagittarius, this shows that you are well traveled and are knowledgeable about a variety of cultures. You have an abundance of Jupiter energy and just Sagittarius energy in general in your chart, because Jupiter not only rules Sagittarius, but is also the ruler of the 9th house. So this is a very strongly cultured placement or combination. And generally speaking, it shows that you are wise, well respected, and you have a carefree personality and you love adventure. Also, Jupiter here bestows a good education, and it also shows somebody that is religious or spiritual, for sure. And the difference between religion and spirituality is really that one is defined by titles and labels, whereas spirituality is really a search for answers, and it's the use of principles and wisdom to make decisions. But like having Jupiter in the 9th house will show that your spirituality will take the form of certain titles or morals or like certain knowledge or texts that you believe in. Next, we have the 10th house. 10th house Jupiter in Sagittarius shows being an expert in your field, because the 10th house is about profession. So you really become a figure of wisdom at some profession that you dedicate your time to, or you will become a expert or like a master at your craft from the time that you spend in it. And it's like you're naturally going to have the talent or the wisdom flow to you in organic ways, because talent is something that cannot be taught. What this placement shows is that you will have talent that makes you a master at whatever that you do. So like you'll spend time working at a certain profession, and also you'll have like this natural wisdom that comes to you as if you've already done this in a previous lifetime or something. Or you just understand like the ins and the outs of what you do to the point that you are going to be able to teach others. Secondly, Sagittarius represents education, and so does Jupiter. So when Jupiter is in the 10th house, education plays a large role in the person's position or in the act of acquiring their position. And generally, like the influence of knowledge is important in their reputation or what it is that they are known for. Sometimes even this placement will show a professor or like a teacher. And generally, you could be somebody that people look to for inspiration and direction. And people sometimes like look to your career as an example or like as an inspiration for their own decisions too. So if they see success or good luck in your part, you might notice that other people start to imitate or copy what it is that you do. Because Sagittarius shows being a natural teacher, and you can even teach people through your actions sometimes. So next we have the 11th house. This placement of Jupiter in Sagittarius shows that you are knowledgeable about technology, the internet, astrology, and the future, because the 11th house is about the future. You also have strong humanitarian convictions and strong common sense reasoning. Also, since Sagittarius and Jupiter are about abundance and the 11th house is about streams of income, those that have Jupiter in Sagittarius will make streams of income from teaching and in general, like from a variety of sources. But like these are the type of people that like make them money in a lot of ways, and then they also turn around and like teach others how to do it because the knowledge is so abundant within them, or like the experience of making streams of income is so potent that they feel a strong urge to then teach others, because Jupiter gives strong inspiration. And in Sagittarius especially, it becomes strong. And when it's in the 11th house, this is really about technology and streams of income and using the internet also to connect with others too. Finally, we have the 12th house placement of Jupiter in Sagittarius. And so when you have this placement, this indicates that you have an abundance of 12th house energy, which is sensitivity, spirituality, and creativity. So generally speaking, you are a highly spiritual individual and you have beliefs revolving the universe or a higher power or the oneness of all things, because the 12th house is about oneness and it's about the universe. Also, the 12th house represents dreams and perception. So those that have Jupiter here in their 12th house can have strong prophetic dreams, and they can be highly inspired individuals in general. They have a strong belief in their dreams, even their waking dreams. So like their ambitions and like their ideals. So these people typically have visionary or creative qualities. With that being said, that is the final placement of Jupiter in Sagittarius. So I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel if you'd like to see more of your placements or more of my videos when they come out. With that being said, I will talk to you guys sometime soon in another video.